Hello from Germany. My name is Marianne Seidler. I'm dramaturg of Theater Bremen and also a dramaturg from Der Schimmelreiter. First of all, I want to say we are very glad that we are invited to the new Perspective Festival in Brno, but it's sad not to be there. I think it's a nice idea to ask some questions, so I'm happy to answer them today. My first question was what's the situation of theaters in your country right now? Yes, I think in Germany it's maybe in other countries too. We are all closed. It has been going for a long time now. And we had a small interim phase where where many houses played, but in front of a small audience. And some theaters switched to an extensive digital program. Some were going to the public spaces more and with buses or a sofa and so on. And I think a lot of theaters created new conversation series online. The second question was, does your show of Der Schimmelreiter offers any kind of a new perspective? How? Yeah, the new perspective. Okay, I have to say, I have some notes here. I think in principle we have already chosen a rather classic reading, in which Hauke Hein simply does not want to become clear that one cannot negotiate with nature. And I think it's the heart of the piece. But there's a symbolic level that gives a new perspective on Schimmelreiter. And that is, in my opinion, the pollution of the ocean with plastic. That was a big theme in our conceptual thinking, the pollution of the oceans. We asked everyone in Bremen to give us their old plastic bags so we can use it on stage. And so all of the plastic on stage is secondhand, and they brought a lot. So the people from Bremen could watch their own rubbish dancing on stage. That was the idea. And I think there's on a other level also like a new perspective for me, or a typical Alice Sandweig perspective, and that is hope. And I think at the end, all characters together tell the tragic ending. That creates a completely different community at the end, and hope in this gloomy world of Schimmelreiter. And hope is existential for the place of Alice Sandweig. So maybe that is a little other new perspective for our Schimmelreiter. And the third question is, how was the experience of a global pandemic changed the methods and the meaning of your work? What perspective did it open for you? Yeah, I think it's a new perspective for all of us. We have now been closed for a few months. At our house, our artistic director and manager is a supporter of the zero COVID strategy. So we were very strict. We found it absurd that the daycare centers are closed, the schools are closed, but all the people in offices and so on can go on working as usual. We wanted to set an example and also help to reduce the numbers, so we closed this theater. In this time, it was not easy because, as theater people, we are basically very attached to the live moment. And now we have to create something that maybe isn't live, or it is live, but we are not in the same space together. So we entered in the first time an exchange with art students who work in the field of interaction design. and we created something with them, digital projects. The dance company in our theater created a big digital weekend with live talks, live streams, concert, and so on. And I think for our house or theater, and also for Germany, I think it was a good time to deal again with the issues of fair practice internally, how we work together, and so on. And the other perspective maybe was, how can we reach the people in the city more? What will the viewers long for? I think it's important to think about what the viewers want to see after 1 year or more pandemic. And yeah, we're also thinking more about the nature, to not see the human just in this in the center of the world, but also the nature. And that is also a perspective in Deschimmelreiter. So I wish you a good evening, and I hope you enjoy the play.